Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Gokhale Education Society's Sir Dr. M.S.Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik, webinar on a little within and beyond pharmacy under the aegis of Internal Quality Assurance Cell (IQAC) of the college by the Department of Pharmacology on Saturday, that is today. So, about the Gokhale Education Society. The society was established on 19 February 1918 by Principal T.A. Kulkarni, who was a great social worker on the occasion of the third death anniversary of Namdar Gopal Krishna Gokhale, whose spiritual guru of Mahatma Gandhi. The society has completed 105 years of meaningful existence and today has more than 140 units spread across three zones of Mumbai, Nashik, Thane, Palghar, which serves around 1.2 lakh students. The society is committed to empowerment of students at all levels, especially through access to higher education to achieve world-class citizenship through relevant courses in formal and informal streams. Further, the society is committed to uphold the reputation of teaching profession and establishing a culture of care and excellence by providing a wide range of professional and vocational courses for the poor and downtrodden, as also for the Adivasis and backwards to meet the challenging socio-economic needs with human values and social responsibility. Currently, Gokhale Education Society is led by Principal S.B. Pandit, President Dr. Mrs. D.P. Deshpande, Secretary and Director HR, playing crucial role in overall progression of Gokhale Education Society. So about our college, so Gokhale Education Society, Sir Dr. M.S.Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik, started in 2012. Presently, the college offers PG programs, M.Pharm Pharmaceutics 15 seats, Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance, B.Pharm program permanently affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University Pune with an intake of 100 seats, and D.Pharm program affiliated to MSBTE Mumbai with an intake of 60 seats. The college has state-of-the-art infrastructure and has a lush green surrounding, which provides favorable milieu for students to grow not only as a good pharmacist but as a world-class citizen. The college has an experienced and qualified staff with academic excellence. The college maintains a tradition of good academic results and organizes various activities including conferences, seminars, student faculty development programs, workshops for overall development of students, and faculty to bridge the gap of the academia and industry. So I welcome you all again for a one-day national seminar on a little within and beyond pharmacy. Now we'll introduce our first speaker, Mr. Siddesh Shewalkar.
A very good morning and warm welcome to today's speaker, esteemed alumni, Mr. Siddesh Shewalkar, all my colleagues and delegates who are attending this webinar. I am Mr. Deepak Patil, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics at Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik. Welcome you all to the first session of one-day national level webinar. It's my great privilege to introduce you all to our first session speaker, Mr. Siddesh Shewalkar. We are having with us Siddesh Shewalkar is a dynamic and accomplished professional who has emerged as a rising star in pharmaceutical management. Siddesh completed his MBA in pharmaceutical management from the prestigious National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research in Hyderabad, ranked first. During his undergraduate years at Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik, Siddesh not only excelled academically in B pharmacy but also demonstrated a passion for research and innovation. Siddesh qualified both GPAT and NIPER exams twice and is professional at Accenture Strategy and Consulting. Now I request Siddesh Shewalkar sir to deliver his talk on topic charting the future, navigating the dynamics of pharmaceutical management in India. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this great introduction. Not, I've been a part of M.S.Gosavi for 4 years, and it's just been an year I passed out. So it's great privilege to be there, guiding the students, delivering a note on my journey and the future prospects in the pharmaceutical industry. So, thank you so much for invitation. I'll share
Yes,
my
Siddesh,
screen.
yes, can you please share your screen so that we can add it to the stage?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
over
so
to
is my
you.
screen visible? So,
Yes, sir, it is visible.
okay.
Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, so the topic for today's presentation or today's session from my side would be charting the future, navigating the dynamics of pharmaceutical management in India. As we all know, we are students from pharmacy background. We don't know the importance and the field of pharmaceutical management. So we'll see how the pharma industry is growing and what is the role of pharmaceutical management managers in India. So I am Siddesh Shewalkar from Department of Pharmaceutical Management, Naipur, Hyderabad, an incoming management consultant at Accenture Strategy and Consulting. So just coming to the table of contents, we'll see first we'll get an overview of Indian pharmaceutical market. What are the advantages which India have over the other countries? Then strategies for growth, the growth strategies of Indian pharmaceutical market. What are the growth drivers? Growth drivers can be from supply side and from demand side drivers. So we'll have a glance of it. Then what are the policy measures taken by the government to boost the Indian pharmaceutical industry? Then we'll move towards the role of pharmaceutical management people, what this pharmaceutical management professionals do in pharmaceutical industry. Then we'll get to know about the career prospects in pharma management, what are the career trends and how we can go ahead with this field. Then the last would be navigating the career path and what are the different educational institutes which provide this course, and further how we can enhance our career in this pharmaceutical management field. Okay, so so let's talk about Indian pharmaceutical market. Where does Indian pharmaceutical market stands in the world? So in terms of percentage, when we see as 100% pharmaceutical market, India is at very low. That is, we just have 2% of market share in the whole world. Whereas as compared to US, US has around 40% of market share in terms of prescription medicines and in terms of pharmaceuticals. So India is emerging as a pharma hub, leading pharma producer. India is manufacturing a lot of medications or medicines, generic medicines especially. So India ranks third by volume. Volume in the sense we are making a bulk of medicines rather than providing the value, as we are lacking behind in terms of value. We are 14th in terms of value. So that's the major thing in Indian pharmaceutical industry, that we are increasing the manufacturing process, but we don't have that much of innovative drugs or innovations in India. So we are not providing the enough value through the medications or through the drugs in India. We have a strong network of 300 drug companies, as we all know, and 10,500 of manufacturing units are being established in India. So these makes India as the leading pharmaceutical producer in the world, and so we are being also called as pharmacy of the world. Then coming to the export, as we are manufacturing these bulk drugs, we are manufacturing in a lot of ways. So we are also one of the highest exporters. India's exports stood at US $25 billion for FY23, which is way huge than other countries, as we are export heavy nation in terms of pharmaceutical industry. 20% of the generic drugs exports are made by India. When we compare the whole world, around 20% of the generic drugs which the world have is being exported by India, or these are being made by India. So we are generic hub of the world, generic pharmaceutical. Coming to the next fact, which is Indian pharmaceutical sector is among the fastest growing industries in India. When you name different industries, as we all know, Indian pharmaceutical sector is in its golden period, and it is growing at a good CAGR rate, compounded annual growth rate. And in near future, it is expected to grow at 22%. And now we are having a growth of around 10 to 12% yearly growth, which is very great growth as compared to the other sectors or industries in India. Then the next point I will focus on is the robust growth in biotech industry. So coming to biotechnology is emerging as a great field in pharmaceutical sector because of its importance. So we might know about biosimilar drugs, which are biologically similar and have good effect. So when we consider the top 10 selling drugs in the world, around 7 to 8 of those top 10 selling drugs are from biotechnology or are derived from biotech. So they are known as biosimilars, which are biologically similar to the innovative drugs, and so they are cheap, or they are little inexpensive in price as compared to the innovative medicines which are being there in US. So this helps to grow rapidly and to create more value to the patients. So India is among the top 12 destinations for biotechnology worldwide, and it is third largest in Asia Pacific. So we should definitely focus on biotech industry in future for huge growth potential. Moving to the next slide, which is we'll see how India is growing. So as we mentioned, a CAGR of 10 to 12% growth is being happening in India. So when we see the market in US $1 billion, so we'll see in 2021 our pharmaceutical industry was just at $42 billion, whereas in 2023 it went to $50 billion, and in 2024 it is approximately around $65 billion. And further projection is to make Indian pharmaceutical industry double its 2024 target and to make it to $130 billion industry. So the exponential rise of this growth and the growth rate of pharmaceutical industry is witnessing or is helping us or the pharma professionals to grow in their career also. It is providing immense opportunities. The future is very good of the pharmaceutical industry, and many analysts, experts, they say this is the golden period of pharmaceutical industry. So in we have seen the golden periods of different sectors. Previously, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, they had their golden period. But now it's the time of pharmaceutical industry to grow and to give a huge amount of rents. Then we see the exports, drugs and pharmaceutical exports from India. India is one of the highest producer of drugs, of generic drugs. Also, we are exporting a lot of them. Nearly 40% of the US generic drugs are being exported from India. So in terms of export also, we are growing rapidly. So we can see in for financial year 16-17, we had a 16 to 17 billion dollars exports, and in 2023 it has reached to 26 billion dollars. and further it will be growing. In first quarter of financial year 2024, we already achieved the mark of $6.59 billion of exports. This exports tells us the huge growing potential of the pharmaceutical industry, which we can definitely take advantage of. So we have seen the different overview of the pharmaceutical industry. So what makes us a better growth potential in pharmaceutical industry? So what are the advantages India have over the other nations in the pharmaceutical industry? The first one is cost efficiency. India is one of the biggest suppliers of low cost vaccines in India. Like if we talk about the COVID-19 vaccines, so we exported COVID-19 vaccines to around 150 different nations and we helped them to get rid of COVID-19. So this is one of the biggest advantage India is having. It is also called as vaccine capital of the world. Along with the low price and high quality generic medicines, we are being named as the pharmacy of the world. This name tag is very good for our growth and for increasing the investments in India. We might also be aware about the HIV vaccine story. So Cipla was the one who came with HIV virus vaccine, and we almost gave that vaccine to $1 per dose, $1 per dose, which was nearly around very low as compared to the other vaccines which were there. So in US, the cost of vaccine was $100 per dose or per day, whereas in India it was just $1. So this makes us the vaccine capital of India, where we can provide large supply of vaccines at very low cost. Next is the economic drivers. What helps us this industry grow? So we know that the total market size of Indian pharmaceutical industry is expected to be US dollars 130 billion by 2030, and this is much likely to be achieved by the government measures and policy support. Whereas the domestic pharmaceutical industry is also growing and it is likely to reach $57 billion by 2025. Then coming to the government support, what the government initiatives are being there for the pharmaceutical industry in terms of growth. So the ministry scheme they came up with strengthening of pharmaceutical industry with a total financial outlay of Mr. of rupees 500 CRs. Mansukh Mandavia ji, the health minister of India, is being really supportive for us or really supportive with the pharmaceutical industry because he knows the growth potential and future scenarios of India in the pharmaceutical sector. He is very keen and he is allocating a lot of resources and all the things, all the policy support which he can provide from the government to the pharmaceutical industry. Recently, so I am being part of NIPER. Recently, Mansukh Mandavia ji, when he came to NIPER Hyderabad for inauguration of new NIPER Hyderabad campus, also laid foundation for also gave a financial outlay of 700 CR to make medical device industry grow. So in those seven NIPERs are being given 100 CR each to develop, and they have been given one expertise to them so that they have to carry out the research in that sector, which is a great initiative and which is helping a lot of us or students in their career to grow. Then coming to the PMJE Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras, which was launched by Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji. So we have around 9,000 Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras where generic medicines are being provided to the people at very less cost. And so this increases the value of the patients, or which can help more the patients to get cure from the diseases. So this was the main policy by government. Then with this cost efficiency, economic drivers and policy support, we are increasing the value of our pharmaceutical industry, and so the value is being recognized by the foreign institutions. So this helps to increase the investments of foreign direct investments. The cumulative FDI equity inflow in the drugs and pharmaceutical industry is around $21 billion from last 2 decades. And also, the major fact of the investments is that the largest number of FDA approved plants outside US are being placed in India. So India has many FDA approved plants, so that many research organizations they can give their contract research to Indian companies, so that they can carry out their research in a faster way. Into the growth strategies, what are the different growth strategies which we should focus on, and the industry or the pharmaceutical industry is being focusing on to make huge growth and achieve the target of $130 billion in by 2030. So the first one is cost leadership. Cost leadership refers to leading the market with decreasing the cost or providing the value to the patients or to the export countries. So as we know, we are exporting 20% of generic medicines to the world. So this comes in cost leadership. Because of the cost, we are 33% efficient as compared to China or Vietnam, and we are around 50 to 60% cost efficient in as compared to US or other developed nations. So this cost effectiveness is one of the best growth strategies which is being adopted by Indian pharmaceutical industry, and further this helps to this helps to achieve more in this sector. The next one is a differentiation. So we not only have one generic medicines, but we are also differentiating in terms of biotechnology sector. We are also differentiating in terms of medical device sector. So these sectors are being merged in pharmaceutical sector, and they are having great potential in future. So the government is also focusing, and the industry leaders are also focusing on diversifying their portfolio and further differentiating to make an impact in the world in the pharmaceutical industry. We are more focusing on new markets, the emerging markets like South African countries. So we are focusing on these new markets to provide our medicines to them at an affordable price, so that we can increase our market share and further increase our exports, so that we can achieve our goals or our ambitions. Then the most important growth strategy which is being used nowadays is of merger and acquisitions. So many major companies are being merged with smaller ones, so that they can achieve a synergistic effect and further grow in terms of their portfolio or in terms of their value. So these mergers and acquisitions help the companies to grow at an increasing rapid pace. Okay, so these are different growth strategies which are being there you used in pharmaceutical industries. Then moving to drivers, what is the driving force of this pharmaceutical industry, which is driving and making it the exponential growing industry with a great CAGR rate? So the first one is launch of patented drugs. Wh- Recently, or since few decades, we have introduced product patents. So several MNCs are expected to launch their patented drugs in India. First, we only had process patents, and now with the product patents, many MNC companies or the companies based in US or Europe, they are launching their patented drugs in India to grab the market and to increase the value. So this is the main driver which is driving the industry to grow. Then the second one is medical infrastructure. In India, we have skilled workforce as well as high managerial and technical competence people. So these are main source of attraction for the private players and big multinational companies to invest in India. And by investing in India, they are growing our industry. Also, we are helping them to grow as a as a combination effect, and we are helping the industry to grow. The next driver which we will see is the scope in generics market. India has, as we already know, India has second highest number of US FDA approved plants outside the US. So we are the best place to carry out contract research and to get the approval for the MNCs. And we also are the largest provider of generic drugs globally. So if you want to manufacture the things in India, it will be more cost effective than any other country. So this is making us and giving us a competitive advantage over the other nations. Then the next thing is patent expiry. As we all know, India is a generic hub of the world. So about in near future, about 120 drugs are expected to go off patent, and they have a value of re- expected worldwide revenue between 80 to 250 billion dollars. So if we make generic versions of these medicines and further export it to the nations, then it will give a great boost to our exports and further increase our increase our uh, industry or increase our pharmaceutical industry to grow. Then the next one is OTC drugs or over the counter drugs. So the prescription drugs which are going off patent and which have very high usage rate are being off taken and are being converted from prescription drugs to OTC drugs. So these are the different supply side drivers, five of them, which will help the industry to grow. Also, we do have the demand side drivers. So demand refers to how what will be the demand for generic drugs and for the pharmaceutical products in India. So first part is accessibility, which is the main demand side driver. As mm, as per the McKinsey report, we are expected to spend $200 billion on medical infrastructure in the next decade. So you might be aware about medical tourism. Medical tourism is now an emerging sector where the different people from different nations they come to India to get treatment of their diseases. So this medical tourism has been increasing nowadays at a very rapid stage because the cost of therapy or the cost of hospitalization in India is very low or is 50% low as compared to the other nations. So the uninsured people who doesn't have any insurance, they prefer India for their treatment or therapy. Acceptability. The second factor is acceptability. Rising levels of education to increase the acceptability of pharmaceuticals. With rising awareness in terms of we were not knowing the fact or we were not knowing anything about the medicines. But nowadays, with the help of online apps like Tata MG, PharmEasy, MedPlus, we are getting the delivery the home delivery of the medicines if we just put our prescription into the app. Also, with this with these apps, the general population is being educated because we are being more aware about what medicines we are taking, because they provide a lot of information: what are side effects, what are the effects, who is the drug manufacturing, what is the manufacturing date, expiry date, everything is being available by these apps. So this helps to increase the awareness amongst the population, and further it helps to achieve great acceptability in India for the pharmaceuticals. Then, as we already know, the surge in medical tourism, it's been at a great rapid pace. Then the government initiative of Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras. So we currently have around 9,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras, and further government has planned to increase the number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras from 10,000 to 25,000. So this increase in Jan Aushadhi Kendras will help the poor people for the accessibility of the medicines or generic medicines at a very low cost. So these will help India to grow. Also, this will keep our population safe and intact from the diseases. The next main demand side driver, we can say, is the epidemiological factors. So as we know, we are a population driven country. We have huge 1.4 billion population. So this patient pool is expected to increase over the next 20% over the next 10 years due to further increasing or rise in the population. Also, the prevalence rate of the lifestyle diseases like cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, these are increasing in at a very great rapid stage. So these increasing helps to cater to different patient pool, and this increase will further boost the demand of pharmaceutical industry. Then moving to these diseases, with the lifestyle conditions, with the food we are taking, we are definitely going to increase the prevalence of these diseases, and further we have to cater to these demands by the pharmaceutical industry. Now, what are the different government policies which are being taken for boosting the pharmaceutical industry? The first one is the umbrella scheme for development of pharmaceutical industry. So these is a great scheme where assistance to bulk drug industry for common facilitation centers are being given by the government, assistance to pharmaceutical industry for contributing, for collaborating with the research, for collaborating with the academia to carry out a certain research work. So this is the policy measure which is being taken by the government to grow the pharmaceutical industry. The next one is SPI, that is strengthening of pharmaceutical industry. So the ministry, as we all know, outlays 500 crores and extend the support to pharma clusters and MSME, medium, small, and micro enterprises to improve their productivity, quality, and sustainability, and further make an impact in the pharmaceutical industry. And now, recently, the main scheme which is being launched is PLI scheme. As we all might be aware about this scheme, which is production linked incentive. Government announced a production linked incentive scheme for pharmaceutical industry worth rupees 15,000 crores. So these scheme was introduced to encourage the Indian manufacturers to produce more key starting materials, to produce more drug intermediaries, to produce more API, that is active pharmaceutical industries. This helps us to export more and earn more and increase the level of our farm and increase the value of our pharmaceutical industry. So these are major government policies which are being taken by the government to encourage the growth of pharmaceutical industry. Okay. As we have seen from previous slides, that the pharmaceutical industry is booming right now. It is the golden era of to be in the pharmaceutical field, and we are some students, or we as a student, we generally definitely do B Farm, and further go into research sector or R&D sector, and we don't know the different fields or domains where we can grow after completing your B Farm. So now I will be more focusing on my career journey and what I choose pharma management, and what these pharma management people do in their careers, and what are the different things they have, what are the different domains they have in pharmaceutical management, and how they are contributing to the pharmaceutical industry in terms of growth. So the role of pharma management people. So we have different pharma management people or professionals. They have different domains to work upon. First one is research and development management. So the students or the scientists do their part of research, and further everything is being managed by the managers or by the pharma management people. The first one is innovation leadership, leading, doing market research, bringing some innovative product to the and addressing the unmet need. So all these things are being carried by these management people. Then when doing the research and development of any particular molecule, all the project is being managed by pharma management people. So these are two main roles in R&D management. Then further, moving to competitive intelligence. I did my summer internship in competitive intelligence domain, and it is one of the best domain to work in. So when doing some research by the pharmaceutical companies, they analyze, is the product is necessary, is this product will make an impact in future, can we if we are investing a lot, then can we take back that cost which we are being uh, giving. So analyzing the competitor landscape, what the competition is doing, how they are doing, how they are catering to the needs, and how the second one is strategic positioning, how we can position our drug in the market so that we can get a competitive advantage over the other competition. So these are the things which are being done under competitive intelligence domain. The next one is strategic planning and decision making. So in terms of strategic planning, everything from market analysis to portfolio management, like what are the different portfolio or different drugs in portfolio of a company, all the strategic plans and the decisions are being taken by pharma management people or the managers. So these strategic alliances, portfolio management, and market analysis are being under the domain of strategic planning and decision making. The next and the emerging domain in nowadays is the data analytics and digitalization. As we all know, digital transformation is the key for the success in this 21st century. So by utilizing the data which we have, the past data, and uh, getting the insights from that data, and further performing as per the historical records is the key. And digital transformation helps companies to grow from a point to next point. So this is the domain. And the last one, with the major domain, is supply chain management. As we all know, the pharmaceutical supply chain is very, I mean to say, it is very complex, and this supply chain is being managed by the supply chain managers or the people in supply chain management. So, what is their role? So, the different things they have to do is through quality assurance and optimizing the supply chain. So, not delaying the products. See, if vaccines have a different kind of temperature settings, then we have to manage those settings and further take it into an advantage by optimizing the supply chain. Quality assurance is the next part which we have to do in this supply chain management. So these are different roles of pharma management people. So when you do pharmaceutical management or MBA in pharmaceutical management, you have a different things or different roles to cater for in this pharmaceutical industry. And you being a part of this pharma industry, you will be helping a lot because you are the main guy who will be taking the decisions, who will be managing everything, and further you will help boost the pharmaceutical industry in future. So then moving to the career prospects in pharma management. So as we saw these different domains in pharmaceutical industry, there are various career prospects in the sense what can a pharmaceutical management person or what a student can do in future when he completes his pharmaceutical management degree. So the first one is pharmaceutical management consultant. So I'll be joining Accenture Strategy and Consulting as a management consultant in life science and healthcare domain. So I my role will be to assist the MNCs or multinational companies for their drugs, to assist them for digitally transforming their processes and everything related to pharmaceutical field or in life science and healthcare domain. So these will be the projects which I'll be working in. So this is the great field where you can focus your career into. Then the next one is pharmaceutical product manager. So you have a product or any generic product or any product, innovative product. You have to manage that product from carrying out their sales to managing their supply chain to managing with the sourcing of the raw materials. Everything comes under your control. So you have to manage all these things. The next is you can be a market research analyst. So while going for any new product to be launched or any new thing to be researched and developed, we have a market research team where market research analysts they put in a lot of effort by doing primary market research and secondary market research, and they further analyze the reports so that we can derive the importance of the new drug or medicine. Then supply chain manager. So as we saw, the supply chain management domain, that is optimizing the supply chain and further quality assuring the products and seeing the right product is being reached to the right customer at the right time. So these things are being managed by supply chain manager. The next one is business development manager. So, in this vast competitive industry, the competition is very high. So, you have to develop your own business. So, these business development managers find different strategies to grow their business and further grow their company. The next one is Health Economics and Outcomes Research, HEOR manager. So this is what will be the economic impact of our medicine and what will be the outcome of the research which we are carrying in our company or in our industry. So these things are being managed by this HEOR manager. The next one is product launch manager. So in pharmaceutical industry, product launch is a main crucial stage from communicating your drug to the customers who are doctors basically. And engaging with the doctors through CME's continual medical education. So these are the things by involving them in conferences. These things are being done by product launch manager. The next one is pharmaceutical brand manager. So in brand manager, suppose we have one brand that is, so consider any brand. so that person have to manage all the things related to that particular brand in the company. So he can be a pharmaceutical brand manager in future. And the most important or the most best thing after doing your pharma management is you can be a pharmaceutical entrepreneur. The government is giving a lot of interest for you becoming an entrepreneur. And pharmaceutical field is one of the emerging field in its golden era. So you can be pharmaceutical entrepreneur and further initiate your startup and further grow it to an exponential level. So these are the different career prospects which you can do and you can become after doing your pharmaceutical management. Then, which are the different institutes to pursue pharma MBA? So, so we have, suppose let's take an example, you as a candidate or me as a candidate. So we got intrigued by the different prospects, by the different roles and domains in this pharmaceutical management field. So now we have to pursue a career in this pharmaceutical management. But this pharmaceutical MBA degree is being given in various or very limited number of colleges. Because of this, the demand and supply gap is being there, as the demand is very high of pharmaceutical management professionals, because they know in and out of the pharmaceutical industry. Also they know about their business, how the business happens. So the demand is very high of these professionals, and the supply is very limited because of less number of institutes in India. So coming to these institutes, we have around 8 to 9 institutes in India.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. I guess Siddesh sir has been experiencing network issues. He'll be back soon.
So sorry for the technical glitch. We'll again continue.
Yes, Siddesh sir, can you please share your screen?
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible. You may continue.
Okay. Okay. So sorry for the technical glitch once again. So coming to the educational institutes where you can pursue your pharma MBA. So these are different educational institutes where they provide you a pharmaceutical management degree. The first one and the major one is NIPER. So this is government funded educational institute by government who is providing you an MBA degree in pharmaceutical management. So I did my pharmaceutical management MBA from NIPER Hyderabad, which is number one, which is NIRF rank one college in pharmaceutical sector. So it gave me a lot of options and different career prospects in my career. So NIPER is one of the best institutes. So in NIPER also there are three different institutes like NIPER Hyderabad, NIPER Mohali, and NIPER Ahmedabad. So we have three different NIPERs where you can do your MBA in pharmaceutical management. Then the next one is SIES College of Management Studies, Mumbai. The, the third one is NMMS College, School of Business Management, Mumbai. Here they provide two courses. The first one is you can do pharmaceutical management course directly, MBA in pharmaceutical management, and the other one is you can do a dual degree course where you can do pharmaceutical MBA along with your M Pharmacy. So this provides dual degree course. Then the next one is Jamia Hamdard University in New Delhi. So it is also NIRF rank 2 college where pharmaceutical MBA course is being provided. The next one is Manipal University in Manipal. Then Amity University in Noida, Delhi. And in Pune, we have Symbiosis Institute of Business Management. And the main is the last one is Institute of Management Studies, IMS Ghaziabad. So these are the main colleges or the top rated colleges where you can do your pharma MBA, and you will have great career after doing your pharma MBA from these colleges. And the last and most important slide, why to do pharma MBA. So we always have why. We as a student we mainly focus on doing M Pharm after doing your B Farm, like doing masters in pharmacy. So doing masters in pharmacy is a great course indeed. But if you don't have interest in research things, and if you want to take your career to the next height, also if you find more interest in business things rather than doing research, you can also contribute to the field of pharmacy, and you can boost the pharmaceutical industry by indulging yourself in doing pharma MBA. So the different benefits are, first and most important is higher salary potential, which everyone at my age definitely needs. The first one is the salary potential is very good when you do a pharma MBA from a reputed college. The second one is cross functional expertise. As we saw, we can work from supply, we can be R&D management, we can do a role in supply chain management, we can be a part of data analytics and digital transformation. So these different functional areas we can do our expertise, and we can move through different domains. The next one is strategic thinking and decision making. So every decision of starting from which product to do research on or which product to launch, everything, or how to launch, what are the different strategies, everything is being done by these professionals. The next is market research and analytic skills. So by doing this pharma management course, or doing involving indulging yourself in doing this thing, so you can increase or boost your skills of analytics. You can improve your leadership and management skills in you. You will have more networking opportunities when you visit different conferences, when you be part of different functions in a company. You have great networking opportunities. The next one is global perspective. This pharmaceutical MBA course is in great demand, as we know that the supply is very less as compared to the demand. So we definitely have a global perspective, and future you can see people going abroad after doing pharmaceutical MBA and doing great in their careers. The next thing is faster career advancement. So here with diverse expertise, you have the ability to fasten your career. So you can jump from horizontally, also you can jump vertically through the career stages, and you can advance your career at a faster rate. The next is adaptability to industry changes. So this industry, pharmaceutical industry, is changing rapidly, and we are moving towards the digital innovation. So these changes are being adapted by pharma MBA professionals at a very rapid stage. The last and the main is innovation and entrepreneurship. Through the help of entrepreneurship, you can go from one stage to another stage, and you can start your own initiative or startup and further take your career to the next level. So these are very different benefits of doing pharma MBA. So that's it from my side regarding the pharmaceutical management course and the different prospects. I hope I have made justice to my topic, charting the future, navigating the dynamics of pharmaceutical management in India. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Siddesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Siddesh, I would like to ask one question.
Yes, sir, definitely.
What are the various challenges for the pharma industries in India?
Challenges for pharma industry. Okay, sir, the most important challenge is the innovation. We
Yes.
are very, we don't have innovative medicines in India. So we basically focus on manufacturing and we have generic drugs. We are manufacturing the generic drugs, we are exporting it. So we have seen that we are third in terms of volume. The industry is third, but when it comes to value, providing value to the patients, then we are 14th. We are lacking behind because of the innovation and research. We don't have proper innovation systems in India to carry out the research. Also, majority of our money or the investments or in research is very less. So in India, the companies in India, they invest nearly 5 to 6% of their income into research, whereas in the other MNCs which are there, so they invest around 15% of their revenue or 15% of their income into research. So these things make the other companies to do more research and to come out with breakthrough solutions to create a value for the patients.
Okay, thank you, Siddesh. Thanks for your guidance regarding what are the various advantages for the industries in India regarding cost
Mhm.
efficiency, economic drivers, policy support, what are the growth strategies in India, what are the driving factors for pharmaceutical industries in India, various government policies for boosting the pharmaceutical industries, role of pharma management people, and career prospects in pharma management.
Mhm.
Now I request Siddesh to.
Sorry, sir, you are not audible.
Thank you, Siddesh. Thanks for your guidance. Now I request you to please accept the certificate as a token of love. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. It was great pleasure guiding people and telling my career trajectory, how I did. So I being part of M.S.Gosavi from 2018 to 22. It is a great privilege to be here to deliver a talk, and I feel great. I feel blessed. Thank you for
Thank
the
you, Siddesh.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dear delegates, we are going to start sessions 2 sharp at 12 noon. The link will be shared.
The session will start immediately now. Please join using the link. Thank you.